Dear students, I explain compensation techniques in this video. This is also an important topic in 4th unit. So this is expected question in external examination. So compensation techniques. Compensation of the control system. In practice, if a system is to be redesigned so as to meet the required specifications, it is necessary to alter the system by adding an external devices to it. So if you want to regenerate or redesign the system, you want to add some more components to the system. So such a redesign or alternation of the system using an additional suitable devices is called as compensation of the control system. While an external device which is used to alter the behavior of the system so as to achieve given specifications is called as compensators. So basically these compensators are three types. So types of compensators: series compensators, parallel compensators, series parallel compensators. First one, series compensators. This is the structure of series compensators. Here already we know G of S forward path, H of S feedback path, summation. These three blocks we know. But here in this diagram, this is the extra block, that is G C of S. C means compensation block. So the compensation block is series with the forward path, then it is called as series compensator. Next one, parallel compensator. So here CG of S is so feedback with forward path. So that this type of connection is called as parallel compensator. So this is CG of S is here. So CG of S means compensator. So compensators are connected like this. These connections are called as parallel compensator. Series parallel compensators, combination of these two. So that C1 of S, C1 of S connected here, GC2 of S connected here. So this is series connection, this is a parallel connection, so that series parallel compensator. So these are the basically three types of compensators in control system. So what are the compensator networks are there? The compensators is a physical device, or it may be an external network, it may be an electrical network or mechanical unit or hydric or combination of various types of devices. So the compensations used in electrical compensating networks are lead networks are lead compensator, lag networks are lag compensator, lead lag network are lag lead compensators. So when the network is called as lead network or lead compensator, when the network is called as lag network or lag compensator, when the network is called as lag lead network or lag lead compensators, first we know. So when a sinusoidal input is applied to a network and it produces a sinusoidal steady state output having a phase lead with respect to the input, then the network is called as lead network. If the steady state output has a phase lag, then the network is called as lag network. In the lead lag network, both phase lag and lead occurs, but in the different frequency regions. These are called as lead lag lead lag networks. So here the key point is the phase lag occurs in low frequency regions while the phase lead occurs in high frequency regions. So lead compensators. So this is the lead compensator network. So network having three basic elements: resistor, capacitor, and inductor. Here only the two components will be there in this network: resistor and capacitor. If the capacitor is connected parallel to the R1 resistor, that is so forward resistor or this resistor, input resistor, then this connection is called as lead compensator. If the capacitor is connected series with R2 resistor, then the network is called as lag network. So first one, lead compensators. This is the structure for the lead compensator. So now the total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So I1 current flows through the capacitor C and I2 current flows through the resistor R1. So and I current flows to the resistor R2. Therefore, the total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So now I want to calculate the current I1 current through the capacitor, that is C into d by dt of initial voltage minus final voltage, that is ei of t minus e naught of t, plus current flows through the resistor R1, that is 1 by R1 into ei of ei minus e naught, that is equal to current flows through the R2, that is 1 by R2 into e naught. So taking the Laplace transform for this differentiation equation, so s into c into ei of s minus s into c into e naught of s plus 1 by R1 into ei of s minus 1 by R1 into e naught of s, that is equal to 1 by R2 into e naught of s. Here e naught of s is the output, ei of s is the input. So we want to write the transfer function output by input, so that we can take ei of s terms common and e naught of s terms common. Finally we can rearrange this equation as E naught of S by EI of S, that is equal to this one. So E naught of S by EI of S further modified like this. So finally it can be write in form of poles and zeros. In generally the expression E naught of S by EI of S can be written as S plus 1 by T by S plus 1 by alpha T, where T is equal to R1 into C and alpha is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2. So this alpha value is always less than 1. So here this transfer function having one pole and one zero. So S is equal to minus 1 by T is the 0. S is equal to minus 1 by alpha T is pole. So one pole is there, one zero is there in this transfer function. So now I want to locate this these poles and zeros in S plane. So real axis and imaginary axis. So 0 at minus 1 by T, pole at minus 1 by alpha T. So now I want to calculate magnitude and phase formulas. So magnitude formula M is equal to, so this one. So E naught of S by A of S. So in terms of S, we can replace J omega. So and simplify this equation. So we can get mod E of J omega by EI of J omega is equal to magnitude M is equal to alpha into square root of 1 plus omega square into T square divided by square root of 1 plus omega square into alpha square into T square. This is the magnitude formula. Next one, phase formula, that is phi is equal to tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse of omega alpha t. So now we have magnitude and phase formulas, but we want to calculate omega m. So that is what is the maximum value of phi. So let us find out omega m. So we can differentiate the pi value with respect to omega and equating to 0. Therefore d pi by d omega equal to 0. Differentiating and equating to 0. So this is the differentiation result, and finally we can calculate the omega m. So separate the common terms and simplifying these equations. So finally omega square is equal to 1 by alpha t square and omega m is equal to 1 by t into square root of alpha. This can be represented as like this, square root of 1 by t into 1 by alpha t. So this is the maximum value, phi value. So based on these 3 points, one is magnitude formula, second one is phase formula, third one is omega m value, we can draw the polar plot. So when omega is equal to 0, magnitude alpha, m is equal to alpha and phase phi angle equal to 0. When substitute omega is equal to infinity in magnitude formula, result is 1. In phase formula, result is 0. So based on this information, now I want to draw the polar plot. So 0 line and imaginary axis. So omega is equal to 0, the magnitude is alpha, omega is equal to infinity, the magnitude is 1, and the phase angle, maximum angle omega m is nothing but pi of m. So this is the maximum value. So that draw the polar plot like this. So this is the polar plot for so lead compensator. Now I want to draw the Bode plot for lead compensator. So if you want to draw the Bode plot for so simple single pole and single zero other than origin, initially we can find out the corner frequencies omega c1 and omega c2. So omega c1, so this is the corner frequency for zero, omega c2, this is the corner frequency for pole. So based on this information, so Bode plots are drawn. The Bode plot is like this. So up to the corner frequency, so constant. After the corner frequency, so this is pole corner frequency, so that it will be increasing 20 dB per decay. After that, so pole this is the second corner frequency alpha 1 by alpha t. So after the second corner frequency, the pole characteristics are decreasing 20 dB per decay, and zero characteristics are increasing 20 dB per decay. Both are cancelled, again constant. So this is the magnitude plot. Now phase plot. So the phase plot is like this. So omega m, at omega m is not at maximum, phase will be there, that is 1 by t root alpha. So starts at 0 and ends at again 0. The maximum value reached at omega m, that is equal to 1 by t root alpha. So this is the Bode plot for lead compensator. Next one, lag compensator. So this is the diagram for lag compensator. The capacitor C is connected series with R2 resistor. So now there is no need to derive all magnitude and phase and omega m values. Directly we can draw the Bode plot, polar plot for lag compensator. The difference between the lag and lead compensator is only so poles and zeros, so that all the polar plots and Bode plots are quite opposite to the lead network, to the lag network. So this is the pole and zero located in S plane. Now the polar plot for lag compensator is this one. So that omega is equal to infinity 1 by beta, omega is equal to 0, 1. So for polar plot for lead network is like this. So start here and like this. Polar plot for lag compensator is like this. So next one, Bode plot. Bode plot is also quite opposite. So constant decreasing for 20 dB, again constant. So starts at 0 and maximum angle is omega m, that is 1 by t root beta. So again it will be reaches to the 0. So Bode plot and polar plot quite opposite to between both lead and lag networks. And next one, lead lag compensator. So capacitor C1 is connected parallel to the R1, capacitor C2 connected series to the R2. So that two poles and two zeros will be there. So that are located in S plane. So pole 0, 0, pole. Now polar plot for lead lag compensator. Lead lag compensator is nothing but combination of lead and lag compensator. So this is the polar plot for lead compensator. This is the polar plot for lag compensator. So that combining these two, we can get polar plot for lead lag compensator. So that this is the lead lag compensator, polar plot for lead lag compensator. Only this half is nothing but polar plot for lead compensator. Only this half is nothing but polar plot for lag compensator. Combining of these two, that is the polar plot for lead lag compensator. So same Bode plot also. So initially a constant, again 20 dB for decay decreasing, after that constant, again 20 dB for decay increasing, and constant. So the phase angles are like this. So the combination of both lead and lag compensators is nothing but lead lag compensators. So these are the important, these diagrams and Bode plot, polar plots are very important in lead lag compensators. So remember all these diagrams and Bode plot and polar plots for three compensators, lead, lag and lead lag compensators. This is very important expected question in external examination.